Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Coach Mack McCarthy, and he's fired up today. He's talking junk. He's excited. What's up, Coach Mack?
Too much going on. I had some games Friday and Sunday. I've got Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 8 games in 12 days.
A lot of hoops going on. East Carolina already 1-1 on the year. Same old Pirates, Jarrett. I told you.
Lost at Richmond, right?
Yeah,
That's a tournament team, man. Come on.
God. No. Okay, you know what? Forget that. We'll move on. Let's talk football. Coach Mack, Pirates win as they should against Charlotte.
Yes.
And again, they're in the one-loss club, but some things happening around them that maybe didn't go their way, including Tulane knocking off Memphis. Kind of wanted Memphis to knock out Tulane, then we could knock out Memphis, but that didn't happen. We didn't get our UTSA upset over South Florida, so still a lot has to happen for East Carolina to play in the championship. But beyond all that, just kind of take care of your own business, finish this season out as strong as you can, and that would include a win over Memphis coming up this week, which is going to be a fun game inside of Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium.
Yeah, really big game, and we know how good they are at Dowdy-Ficklen, and should be a really good crowd. Don't know what the weather's going to be. You could tell me, but we got a cold front coming through up here. I assume you all might have a little cooler weather too.
Yes, sir, and went from like running the AC at home yesterday to freezing in a matter of hours. That's some good old Eastern North Carolina weather there, although it's happening a lot of places. But yeah, looking forward to that, and East Carolina continuing to take care of business here. And can they win at home? What is the line for ECU Memphis, J-Bone? What have you seen last?
I saw 1.5, 2.5. I've seen all sorts of numbers. ECU minus 2.5.
What kind of accent was that?
Have you not seen that insurance commercial? It's the funniest thing in the world.
Seen all sorts of numbers. Pirates a favorite?
Yeah, slight home favorite.
Okay, interesting.
Who would have thought that a month ago?
I know, and I don't know how to play that because Blake Harrell's been good as a favorite. Shut up, man. We're playing it one way or the other.
They have some quarterback problems coming out of Tulane. Their starter's a little banged up, so don't know what's going on there.
All right, nationally, Mac, we saw the huge line for Texas Tech. Vegas knows, and Texas Tech was the right side on that. BYU, it's kind of frustrating. I mean, their defense kept them in the game, but their offense was doing nothing on Saturday. And the Red Raiders with a big win, and now kind of carrying the flag for the Big 12 right now.
Yeah, they're crazy league races, especially in the Big 12, and of course the ACC and the American has got a log jam at the top too. But there were some great games though. Texas A&M taking care of business on the road of Missouri, and USC. There's some USC had a crazy game with Northwestern, and of course Penn State almost pulls the unthinkable. And
how about Oregon?
Won, and what an incredible play. If Mendoza's not the favorite, Jamie, are you listening? If he's not the favorite for the Heisman, I don't know what we're doing.
How about Oregon surviving at Iowa?
Yeah. I mean, Iowa's such a tough place to play, but I thought that was a gritty win by the Ducks, and they're still in good shape to make the playoffs. And it's crazy that it looks like you could have 4 or 5 or even 6 teams from the SEC. It appears because the ACC is probably down to just the champion. I wouldn't think that the Big 12. I don't think they can sneak in with more than one. So that's a lot of at-larges left out there. Maybe an extra one for the Big 10, and who knows how many for the SEC.
Mac, how much did you send out any text or anything when Virginia lost to Wake Forest the other night?
No, but I was grinning like a Cheshire cat.
As you should be. That was a crazy one there, as well as just nothing going for UVA's offense in that one. All right, looking ahead to this week, Notre Dame, of course, is in a really good spot right now. They are at Pitt and kind of playing for their playoff lives, while Pitt is still playing for an ACC championship. You talk about crazy races, Big 12 and ACC kind of at the top of that list, along with the American. Honestly, there's still a lot to be determined there. But where Where does Pitt fall in the ACC?
Well, I mean, they've improved. They've gotten better. To Narduzzi, who is not one of my favorites, has done a good job with this bunch and changed quarterbacks, and they've gotten better. My question is about Notre Dame, though. They have one good win. They beat Southern Cal, and I think that's a good win. They have two good losses. But how can they be 10th and Miami be 17th or 18th,
Yeah.
whatever it is? How can there be, with head to head, how can that be? They've got the same record as Miami and lost to Miami. Even if you think Notre Dame is better, which I'm not sure they are, then how can there be that much difference between those two? Head to head all of a sudden counts in some cases and doesn't count in some cases. And Notre Dame, I mean, they struggled against Boston College. They lost a home game to a really good Texas A&M team, but I don't get it. That was the craziest part of the first edition of the rankings for the college football playoff committee to me.
You make some really good points. So instead of propping up Miami, I would rather just do away with Notre Dame in the playoff.
And the truth is, probably, I mean, 3 weeks ago we thought Miami might be the best team in the country, and
Yeah.
now they've shown that they certainly are not. But either they're ranked too low or Notre Dame is ranked too high. Something has to give. Even if they met in the middle, I'd feel better.
Well, go Pitt, right? Just have Pitt knock them off, and we won't have to worry about it.
There you go.
ACC matchup here, Virginia at Duke. How about both of these teams coming off a loss and now have their biggest game of the year this week?
Yeah, and I don't know the status of the quarterback for Virginia. That's the question. He got knocked out early. The backup was not effective throwing the ball. He showed he had some wheels. He did have a long run, but yeah, I don't know if he's not available. Virginia's in trouble. If he's available, this could be a heck of a good game.
3:30, Tuscaloosa, the Tide rolling ever since that loss to Florida State. They host Oklahoma. Oklahoma just kind of exists. They're sitting right now number 11. Like, what? How good is Oklahoma? Do they give Bama a challenge on Saturday?
Well, I mean, they're kind of built like LSU, and LSU played pretty well. 20-9, that half a point cost me money, but that's the way that goes. But really good defense, questionable offense, very similar to LSU. But I think Alabama takes care of business. I'm not a believer in Venables or Mateer since he's come back from the injury. He has not been the same guy.
Georgia looked like the old Georgia in the Mississippi State beatdown on Saturday. They play another team like Oklahoma that just is existing, Texas. What do we think about Texas? Texas has a chance to pick up a huge one if they can go to Athens and win, but Georgia is a 6.5-point favorite, Coach Mack.
Yeah, and Texas was sitting there with a couple losses, but they've got Oklahoma left. They've got Georgia left. And, could they be? They get actually they've got another big game left. Not Oklahoma. A&M. They've got
Last
A&M
week of
and
the
Georgia.
season.
Here's my question: if they split those two games and they're a 9-3 regular season team, are they in the playoffs at 9-3?
No.
I think they might
I
be.
hope not. I hope not.
They probably
I
will
think
be.
they might be.
I mean, either one of those wins are against the top five.
All right, who do you like
Yes,
more, Mac?
exactly,
Two-loss
Jared.
Notre Dame, two-loss Notre Dame, or three-loss Texas?
I think 3-loss Texas gets in.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's with a top 5 win and
Yeah.
a beat down of Oklahoma.
And Notre Dame's best win would be
Southern
USC.
USC.
Is that right? Yeah, I mean, you can make some arguments. Definitely so. All right. Anything else from college football, Jarrett? You wanted to get out with Coach Mack?
No, not. I mean, it's just funny. Duke losing this late in the season, and they're still in contention for the playoff. Losing to UConn, by the way.
Is that bad scheduling to play that game this late in the season, Mac, or do you care?
Which one now? I'm sorry.
Duke at UConn when you're in a ACC playoff.
Yeah, I'm sure when they scheduled that thing, it looked like UConn was headed south, but Moore's done a good job up there. And yeah, that was a bad loss. That was a bad loss for Duke, a really bad loss for the ACC. I have a question for you on the coaching situation, and we talked about this a little bit last week. But Lane Kiffin is the guy everybody wants, right?
Yeah,
and he's been fired 3 times. We've established that. He's also never been to the playoffs. What?
never.
What in the world is going on here? And he is the hottest name. So if you fire your coach, that's the standard we're looking for.
Good point. But he does raise awareness. Is that the right phrase? I mean, he is a big name. He moves the needle. They win games. They just don't win enough to get in the playoff. This is the year they get into the playoffs, though, Coach Mack.
Yeah, so well, I mean, McAfee
And I'm
moves the
pulling
needle
for him.
too, and Portnoy moves the needle too. But I wouldn't want either one of them coaching my team either.
All right, well, he's never won any games. Lane, what are you talking about? There's a lot of people that move needles that I don't want coaching my team.
Did he really say Dave Portnoy?
They did. I don't know what Mac's talking about today. I know he was killing me to start the recording. What's your beef with me, Coach Mac?
That's for off the air. Well, unless we can get it on tape, and then it'll be on here.
Mac said I'm phoning it in, which I don't disagree with. I kind of am. There's just, I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. How about freaking Wisconsin beating Washington? That
Oh,
made
Man.
my heart hurt because
Luke-
I've been a big fan of Washington this year, and
Yeah.
my big
Yeah.
thing has been fire Luke Fickell, and then
Yeah.
the AD says he's coming back, and then they beat Washington as soon as they get ranked.
and they stormed the field.
Yeah,
Had a couple of field stormings. UConn stormed it against Duke the other night.
yeah. Did you see in FCS action Mercer and Western Carolina? Western Carolina missed the last second field goal. PA guy says it's good.
It's good.
Western Carolina wins, and they
Yeah.
rushed the field.
They stormed the field on
And
a loss.
On a loss?
On a lot, and they're picking the kicker up, have him on his shoulders, and he's like, "Get me down! I missed the freaking field goal," and everybody's celebrating like they won.
Oh, no.
And this would have like won them the conference and would have sent them to the playoffs for the
Yes.
first time since like the '80s or whatever.
Yeah, it was for the title, the SoCon title.
Those dumb PA guys, man.
Yeah, I can't stand them.
Can't stand them. All right. College hoops.
Yeah,
Mac,
about it?
Mac, any I don't know, surprises, talking points from college basketball a week or
I
so
don't know.
in?
I keep telling everybody if you're paying attention right now and making assumptions over what you see right now, you're making a mistake because everybody's got so many new players. You can't tell what's going on, and you can't tell about losses. Even if your team is winning or you think they're playing well, that you're not seeing consistently good basketball. Whether you're talking about Duke or whether you're talking about Duquesne, it doesn't matter. But there have been some good games. Carolina with a big win the other night, and there have been some good individual performances. If you haven't seen this kid for Virginia Tech, and I know I'm a Virginia Tech guy, but Neo Avdalas from Greece is something else. I mean, he is supposed to be a lottery pick. I don't know, but Saturday against Providence, they won 107 to 101. He had 33. He's the best passer I've ever seen at Virginia Tech, and I've watched their basketball for most of my life. And he put on a show on national TV. I say on national TV. I think they were on Peacock or something, but it was available nationally anyway. But I don't know how good the team will be, but they sure had a great performance against Providence the other day, and that's probably 2 NCAA tournament teams. And Virginia Tech was not good in basketball last year, but apparently the transfer portal has served them well.
And you're right, Mac, about not making any proclamations at this point, and kind of a good thing and a bad thing. Like the bad part is like Alabama going to St. John's and winning. Like it, by the time we get to March, it won't mean anything at all. But the good thing is these games are happening. So from game to game, you can watch some great players and great teams. But again, do you take anything away from that game on Saturday? Because that's a top 15 matchup. Great win for Bama on the road. But again, these teams still have 35 more games to play or whatever.
Yeah, it looks good on the resume and may end up being significant later on, depending on how these teams do. But yeah, right now, just don't make any judgments and keep pulling for your team.
you don't put any weight into these matchups, but Tom Izzo versus Calipari the other night. I mean, having that so early in the season is awesome.
Yes, yeah. Some of the coaching matchups might be better than some of the on the floor matchups.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. There is that. Anything else we're following in the world of sports right now, gentlemen?
I mean, since me and Mac are NASCAR guys, federal judge rules in favor of Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin in their lawsuit against NASCAR. That was interesting.
Yeah, and nothing definitive yet, but we're
Yeah.
going to see an awful lot of testimony that NASCAR did not want to make public. So yeah, stay tuned on that one.
Mac, anything? I like to ask this early basketball season. There's always like an emphasis that officials are looking at, whether it be hand checking or 3 seconds or anything. Like they call it a lot the first couple weeks, and then it seems like it just goes by the wayside. But anything you've heard about? You talked to any officials, any basketball people that they are looking to change or enforce more this season?
Well, the neat thing is that the coaches have a challenge, and they can. There's a limit to what they can challenge, but they get one challenge, and if it's successful, then they keep their challenge. If they're not successful, then they lose a timeout, and if they don't have any timeouts, then it's a technical foul. But the number of times that they're going to be going to the table to look at things is a very limited number of things that the officials can look at until the last 2 minutes of the game. So.
Yeah.
We should see a much cleaner game, and we should see shorter games.
All right, I am down for that. I know fans, especially fans that go to these games, are excited to hear that.
Need to figure out how to make these football games shorter.
Yeah.
That was the longest first half of my life on Saturday.
So my daughter went to a game by herself for the first time. Her and a friend went, and I said, "I'll pick you up at 5:30." And she sent me a text at like 5 o'clock and was like, "Are you still picking me up at 5:30?" Because it was halftime.
Yeah.
Like I thought she'd at least get to see 3/4 of football.
Absolutely
Since
not.
it started at 3 o'clock. And but man, you're right. It takes forever. Of course, there was a lot of scoring going on. That'll slow it down.
But I mean, tempo felt like it went pretty fast, and then I'm just standing there. I'm like, I think I've been out here for 2 hours already, and there's 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
By the way, Coach Mack, East Carolina receiving a vote in the coaches poll.
Yeah, shout out Tim Albin giving us a vote.
We knew this was going to happen last week because Tim Albin in his press conference said he was.
It was on the Brian Bailey show.
Oh, it was on the Brian. Okay, said he was a voter for the poll, and we said, dude, we're going to beat Charlotte and we're going to get a vote in this poll, and sure enough, we did. So. Thank you, Tim Albin, for the top 25 vote. Makes us look good.
That's very cool. Win this week. We're going to get more than one.
Were you ever a voter in the basketball coaches poll?
I was never a voter, and that was probably smart on their part not to trust me.
Mac is like one of the most trustworthy guys out there. They gave it to all these sneaky folks out there, though.
That only happened when I got old. I wasn't trustworthy early on.
10-4. Understand. All right, Mac. Well, have a great week. What you got coming up this week as far as calling games?
Wednesday, I've got a good game, St. Joe's at Virginia Tech men. Then I've got Gardner Webb at Virginia Tech women. Then I've got Coastal Carolina and Charlotte. I've got Charlotte at Virginia Tech men on Sunday.
All right. We'll check them out, do a little scouting.
I'll let you know.
On the Niners. Good stuff. Mac, thank you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.